Yellow Jackets come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. On 3rd and short, trying to impose their will and move the chains. He's got first down yardage as they move it to the 44.
I'll tell you what, a few more runs like that, and defensively you start thinking, more guys in the box, more big guys. I better stop this guy because he's unbelievable. Just a great job breaking off the big run, and the OC is going to give him the ball some more.
And the Yellow Jackets will snap it on 1st and 10. They'll test the right side.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you can tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. The play action fake. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. Keep bringing the heat like that, and you can fall in line with the likes of Derek Brown or Nick Fairley.
Man, I still remember that Nick Fairley season where he put the defense on his back. Cam Newton took care of the offense, but he ruled the defense, making big plays, getting in the backfield, getting after quarterbacks.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. The Yellow Jackets line up to punt it away. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. Gets the first one of the day out of there. He ought to be fresh. They only used him twice in that victory last week. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. Stopped at the 25 after a 5-yard gain.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for disaster. They got to be more physical. Get off the ball, get downhill faster.
Looking to fire. Find some fresh air. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32.
Yeah, great catch, but great read. I love the quarterback understanding. You're going to see the blitz. I'm going to get the ball to my running back quickly, let him get the first down. Nice job by the quarterback seeing that really fast.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Caught behind the line. It's Davidson. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, he was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
Motion from the wide receiver. Caught in the backfield. It's Lawson. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37.
Get the big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense, no matter who they're playing against. But you can see, with his size, with his ability after the catch, this guy is a weapon, and he's putting this defense on alert early.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Here he goes, breaking the pocket. And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield. We've reached the end of the first quarter, and it has been a defensive battle, and the stats tell the tale so far. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the second. The Tigers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Quarterback extends the play. Quickly out to the tight end. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Listen, nice completion, short gain. Now you get to third down. Third down's more manageable. But guess what? If I don't get it on third down, I still got that fourth down in my pocket. Nowadays, analytics, we're going for it anyways.
Now on third down for this offense. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Unloads to the right. Got the tight end outside. And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22. And the Tigers didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. Wants to go up top on first down. Here's a heat. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
All right, this quarterback is going to have to start playing with a clock going off in his head. He knows he cannot hold on to the football too long with players like that getting after him.
Really need to pick up some yardage this time on second and long. Wants to go up top. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Pringle. Oh, what a cut! Several defenders get an assist on that tackle.
Well, it wasn't a great start for this quarterback, but on this drive, he seems to be turning the corner. He just looks like he's playing in a different rhythm. He's seeing the field better. It's almost as if the game is starting to slow down for him. I think on that last completion, it was a good example of it.
Auburn hopes to get War Eagle flying in this red zone trip. Grabbed behind the line. It's Pringle. And they'll get him down inside the 5, but this offense powering toward a score.
Really nice play call there because the defense might have been thinking on third and short in the red zone. They're probably going to run the football. Instead, they throw it, catch him off guard, and now they've got first and goal.
The Tigers trying to cash it in on first and goal. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And how about that young man getting in the backfield again? He's really got his fingerprints all over this game so far to start it, man. We're still in the first half, and he's got a sack. He's got a tackle for a loss. These are the kind of plays that really help your defense push these offenses behind the sticks.
Wide receiver comes in motion. The run up the middle, trying to steamroll his way in. Relentless, tough running, gets it down to the 4.
Unsuccessful second down, and now I'm immediately thinking, I got a little bit more than I want, so what are my pass plays? What am I going to get into here offensively to try to have success on third down?
This defense has forced a couple of third downs, but they haven't been able to get off the field. Can they force the field goal attempt on third and goal? And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Auburn!
And that is the perfect way to cap off this drive. This thing started way back on their 2-yard line, and they methodically marched it down the field. You saw a little bit of everything on this drive, so at the very end, you pay it off. Really nice job running down in the red zone for the score.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Wide receiver going in motion. starts a drive trying to go up top. Got his man on the right. He goes out of bounds right at the 37-yard line. A good, productive play there to get things going.
And a running back who can take a dump-off pass like that and take it for a gain, that can really be a quarterback's best friend. It's an easy way to rack up touches, but also get the ball to your playmaker in open space.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Quarterback making adjustments. Looking downfield on 1st down. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Off play action. Looking for an open area to his left. Fires on the run. Makes the grab along the left sideline for the huge gain. Ripping through the defense and getting it all the way down to the 24-yard line.
And this guy's showing you why the fullback position's still alive and well in college football. What a weapon this guy is in this offense. How about that explosive play?
Making sure they have good balance, keeping it on the ground. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Yeah, I think the running back kind of went rogue on that last running play. I'm not sure it was designed to go that direction. He tried to make it happen on his own and unfortunately ended up losing yards.
That's reeled in. It's Bohannon. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Bells and whistles have got to be going off in this quarterback's head now. It's 3rd and long, so you know you're expecting pressure. You got to know where your hot routes are. You got to be able to read the coverage and make sure you get this football out of your hands quickly to not take a sack or worse, turn the football over.
Release to the back. Finds his man. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7.
Love the 3rd down call. Throwing the angle route to your back, working one-on-one against that defender. Easy pitch and catch for the 1st.
And backed up, 1st and goal. This defense fighting to hold the lead and carry it to the locker room. They'll try to get it in with the run. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Whoops, someone moved a little bit early. Offense going to pick up a 5-yard penalty. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. About to have the 9th snap on this drive. You don't want to settle for a field goal. Off the play fake. Bringing the heat. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. Their hope for a touchdown gone by the boards, but they'll try to put up 3 before going to the locker room. From the left hash, this one shouldn't be too much trouble. Nestled just inside that right upright. That'll bring him to within 4. So they get the late field goal right before the half, and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. On the move from inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. enough time to get one more snap before the half. Wants to throw on first down. Snagged in the middle. It's Pringle. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Auburn ready to boot it deep to start the second half. On the run from inside his own 5. He's not going to make it to the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 17. Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments, but they've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the second half.
I do think you said something that's important. I think running the football is an attitude. Like, it starts with the offensive lineman and being physical, having a nasty attitude. Running back, same thing. I think they need more of that in the second half.
You know, and I think then if you're this defense, you have an opportunity to make a statement here. Yeah, I know you guys went in at halftime and you riled yourselves up and you told yourself that you think you can run the ball on us. On this very first drive, we're going to prove to you, just like in the first 30 minutes.
Breaks into the open. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Man, it's so hard to be on the run and make an accurate throw. It's just very tough. Very few people can do it. Again, we see the freaks and we see the highlights all the time, but that's a tough thing to do. He made it look pretty easy.
They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. Leaves it with the running back. Stuffed almost in his tracks, but strong enough to pick up 1 to the 35.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Trying play action. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
This is a situation here in the third quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. And the Yellow Jackets will send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. On his way back from the 20. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. Have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a drive. They'll go to the ground. Slithers into space. He stopped just a chain link or 2 away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here.
Really good surge that time by the offensive line. You saw all those bodies by the defense being pushed backwards. That opened up the crease for the ball carrier. He's able to get a really nice gain there, setting up 2nd and inches.
The Tigers come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Gonna run it. It's Pringle. Powers through the defender. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
It'll be a 1st down from the 49-yard line. To the air on first down. Fires to the right. Finds his man. It's Pringle. Oh, he's got some space. Touchdown, Auburn. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
And, man, it's nice to have an offense that can strike immediately. They can put fear in defenses, make big plays, and you see it, man. They can add to the lead. They can build a lead quickly because they have this ability to put points on the board quickly.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Ramblin' Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. There's a little more urgency attached to this drive. They've only been able to put up a field goal and start this one down 14-3. Finds the tight end. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it up at 29.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
Well, you can see the mindset of this offense changing quickly. We're in the late in the third quarter. They're down on the scoreboard. They've got to get aggressive, and they've got to throw the ball if they want a chance to win this game. But the defense knows it. It's going to be really hard for this quarterback now. The windows are going to be small like it was that time throwing the incompletion.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Under fire. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. The Tigers bringing the heat the way Andre Bruce did back in the day.
Yeah, and they just find those big, nasty, strong, physical guys that can eat up the line of scrimmage and get after quarterbacks. It's one of the staples of these Auburn teams all throughout the years.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Might be changing the route. On third and long, no secret what he needs here. Looking to take a shot. Intercepted, and now he's up to 14. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And that is elite third down defense. First of all, you get him in third and long, and then you look to the go-to guy. Jesse, I am committing my resources to him because I know he's a freak, and I know you as a quarterback, you're trying to find that dude.
Yeah, and it's hard, third in California, to convert that. Doesn't matter how good your receiver is, and this dude's obviously one of the best in the country, but the defense, they were all over it. They were ready for it, and they get the big bit.
You know, as a quarterback, you believe in your matchup, and in my running back, if I can get him the ball in space, he's going to win a lot of times. He didn't that time. The defense was ready. Nice job in the open field making the nice tackle.
And the Tigers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Going to swing it on second down. On the run, fires downfield. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
That incompletion brings up third down for the offense. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. And they explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. Auburn ready to go back to work after getting another first down. To the ground with the back. He's stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. They're looking to throw on second and short. He's got it and still on his feet. Touchdown, Tigers. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10.
And I think that pass play was simply designed just to get him the football in space and let him do the rest. Obviously, they're not throwing that into the end zone, but they feel like they've got guys, especially at the running back position, that if you just give them an opportunity, they can make people miss and score like he did right there.
And right down the middle. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. And he takes this from inside the 5. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the fourth quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and Auburn has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. As we start the fourth quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down. Sends it back in motion. Looking to throw on first down. Swings it out to his running back. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down. They'll move the wide receiver. Looking to throw on first down. Throws to the back. Working that left side now. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. And you're going to win this game.
Leaves it with the back. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Yellow Jackets are on the move.
Here we go, here we go.
Motion from the wideout. Wants to go up top on first down. Caught in the backfield, it's Davis. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
And the Yellow Jackets can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. The give to Davis. Ball down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
I'll tell you, this running back, he is running behind an offensive line that is playing in unison right now, doing a great job communicating pre-snap. They're getting hats on hats in the run game.
The Yellow Jackets back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Looking downfield on first down. Quarterback adapting. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
It's pretty obvious. This defense came into this one knowing they were going to have to play a complete game until there were zeros on the clock, especially against this quarterback. You cannot take your foot off the gas, and that's exactly what they're doing here. Late in the fourth quarter, they're still bringing it, and they get another sack.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Got the quick pass. Oh, there might have been trouble if they had knocked him down so quickly.
We just have not called this guy's name enough. He's one of the best receivers in all of college football, and that was only his second catch. And I think that's a big reason why they're trailing this much in this game so late. They just have not been able to get one of their biggest weapons involved as often as they needed to.
This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. Fires left. Picked off. That's number 15 on the year. And they'll get him down after a solid return. First snap of this drive comes from the 32. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Caught in the backfield, it's Davidson. There he goes. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. They want that clock to run. Breaks the tackle. What a tackle in the backfield. He'll lose 6 on the play. Well, the head coach told us in pregame he liked the way his defensive speed matched up, and it's really hard to get the edge against these guys.
Yeah, and everybody wants to run outside and get their fast guys in space, but you look at how fast these backers close and run the football, it looks like you've got a little bit of space out wide, and then, boom, it's gone in a hurry.
They'll go right back to it. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
I'll tell you what, it's really nice at this point in the game if you can lean on your run game. When you have the lead, you've got the football late in the game, you can chew that clock and start to really make that defense have a little bit of panic.
Make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. He's looking downfield to throw. He's got it on the left. Hits the crease. Touchdown, Tigers. And the pummeling has started. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
Salt into wound, right? Late in the fourth quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and give me another touchdown.
On to attempt the try. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And they top it off by going up top. 81 yards on the touchdown pass. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. He'll bring it out. It's Davis. He'll be out of bounds at the 23 after gambling and bringing it out of the end zone. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. They want to run it left here. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds right around the 34-yard line, and now they've got a little something brewing.
A huge game. Probably would have loved to say this earlier in the game. Probably would have loved to have some of these runs and had a little bit more success running the football earlier. Now, I might think about maybe cranking the tempo and probably, if I'm going to need these runs, I'm going to need to go ahead and score on these runs, or I'm going to need to start chucking the football.
Runs through a tackle. Stopped at the 44, but he got 10 on the play.
I think it's just too little too late, David, at this point. That's a play that they could have used a lot earlier in this game, but because of miscues, they're down by a lot late, and I don't think they're going to have enough time to claw back into this one.
Yeah, and I'm fine with you running that play if you want to do that. My goal now is with this lead, if you want to run it, so be it, but just don't give up the big plays. Let that clock continue to roll. Make him earn it all the way down the field and take a lot of time off that clock.
Here comes the offense on second down. Making side adjustments here. Wants to fire on second down. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
And that play is a microcosm of what this game has been. They have not been able to protect their quarterback all game long, early or late, up front. Moving forward, this offense has got to do a better job, or else they're going to be in a lot of trouble. You cannot give up as many sacks as they have in this game and expect to win.
Caught over the middle. It's Thomas. Timeout is called, and the clock is down to 8. And the Yellow Jackets getting set on 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. He's going to take off. He'll go out of bounds at the 18-yard line. After this, it'll be a wrap. Looking for a chunk play on 2nd and short. Touchdown, Georgia Tech! Made the grab in the end zone for the score.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was, we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
Winning those individual 6-second battles every play, time after time after time after time, and that leads to a victory here.
And I love when teams go out and play like it's sudden death. Like if they lose the game, their entire season is over. This game wasn't for the national championship, but you wouldn't know that watching this winning team, David. Tremendous effort and tremendous execution.
I love competitive people. I love competitive coaches. I love competitive teams that they know that their job is to go out and get a W no matter how. Team being ready, getting the W.
That that will put the wrap on.